For a breakdown of this very impressive Jets victory over Dallas, here's our director of scouting, Craig Button. Craig, new haircut?
It is a new haircut. You know, I've gone to the same lady, Annelle. The only thing that I don't like about her, she's an Edmonton Oilers fan. No, just kidding. My son-in-law is an Oilers fan too. But she has cut my hair for 25 years. So, I trust her implicitly. The only thing I ask her to do, Jay, is I like her to have a couple of warm-up haircuts before I get there. You know, your fingers got to be ready, right? You don't want to be like Mr. Scissorhands, where there could be some slips.
You make great points there, Craig. Well, she's still doing a great job. You look fantastic. The Jets look fantastic. Inching closer to that Central Division title. What a performance against Dallas. In fact, Hound Dog Harrison, our crack research staff of one, pointed out that the Jets are 3 of 4 against both Dallas and Colorado this year. They've been so good against good teams. What do you attribute that to, Craig?
Well, why don't we look back to their last 161 games, which is 82 last year, and now we're at 79 this year. Nobody has more wins in the National Hockey League than the Winnipeg Jets. Nobody has more points in that period of time than the Winnipeg Jets. Nobody has a better goals against than the Winnipeg Jets. Why are we surprised? And Colorado's a good team. Dallas is a good team. Guess what? They're not as good as Winnipeg. I was in Winnipeg a couple of weeks ago when Dallas went in there, and they got kicked pretty good. Well, now they're at home, and they got kicked just the same way. Good teams don't fear any other team. And I think that's at the heart of where the Winnipeg Jets find themselves. We know that last year in the first round series against Colorado, that wasn't what you would call your best foot forward if you're the Winnipeg Jets. But to me, that was a one-off. They've come back this year. They've really zeroed in on details of their game. And I think, Jay, just as important, they've understood that winning is hard, and we're going to have to do the hard things. There's no easy passages to winning, and they have consistently this year done the hard things. They knew that this was going to be a difficult game playing against the Dallas Stars team that gave up, those 3 goals in the last minute versus Vancouver. They were ready, they were primed, and quite frankly, just like the game in Winnipeg a couple weeks ago against Dallas, Dallas couldn't play against them. I'm going to use a Ken Hitchcock term. I used it in that game a couple weeks ago. I'm going to use it in this game. The game was too rich for the Dallas Stars because when you play the way the Winnipeg Jets do, they force you up a level. Dallas couldn't get there. And I think that this is the best team in the West. I don't think it's any accident what they've done. You can look right through their lineup, through their forward group, their defense group, their goaltender, obviously, their coach. This is the best team in the West.
And this is the team currently leading the chase for the President's Trophy, 3 points up on the Washington Capitals. Craig, in your opinion, which individual players on the Jets deserve the most accolades at the end of this season?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna start, and I'm gonna go right through it. It starts with Connor Hellebuyck. Connor Hellebuck's gonna win the Vezina Trophy. He's gonna be the first team All-Star goaltender, and he's gonna get my first place vote for the Hart Trophy as most valuable player. Kyle Connor is going to be the first team All-Star left wing. I mean, he's had a brilliant season. There's been no better left winger in the National Hockey League this season than Kyle Connor. Josh Morrissey, he's always going to be in the Norris Trophy conversation. He's not going to win it, but he'll be in the top 5 of voting. Mark Scheifele has had a fantastic season, and that's helped Kyle Connor have a fantastic season. Scott Arniel. He should be a finalist, if not the winner, of the Adams Trophy for best coach in the National Hockey League. Adam Lowry, he's a Selke Trophy guy. To me, top 5. He'll get one of my top 5 votes. So when you start to look at everybody in this organization, all the players, and yeah, Hellebuck is big, and Kyle Connor's big, and Scheifele has had a fantastic year. But Adam Lowry's had a fantastic year. And what Kevin Shovel-Dayoff has done in terms of building this team and building out depth, and not just adding players. You don't just add players. You add players that can give you greater strength. He's done that. He did that with the trade to get Iafallo and getting Velarde. Keep in mind, they've been doing this without Velarde. And they get Kupari. Then he goes and gets Shen. And he goes and gets Tanev at the trade deadline. He gets players under really good contracts. Players that want to be part of something special. And I think the Winnipeg Jets have something special going on there. It's a complete organizational effort, Jay. It really is.
And now they will travel from Dallas to Chicago for a Saturday tilt with the Blackhawks. Craig Button looking sharp as always, sounding even better.